the palette just arrived, and you know what that means. We are doing our first Denver unboxing slash haul video, and just to kick off the video, all these pieces will be available at the same time on my website only at coldbrewcrystals.com. Make sure to sign up for our email list if you want the announcement when all of the Denver unboxings will be going live. We'll be breaking it up into several videos, so make sure to stay tuned on YouTube if you want to see all the pieces in full detail. Everything is already labeled in price, so the price will show on the screen, and then everything that is a pick your own will already have a letter, so you'll know exactly what you're looking for when you get to the website. And if you haven't already, check out our Denver vlogs if you want to see the entire shopping experience. But without further ado, we are going to be looking at all Obsidian today, and we are going to start with my favorite pieces. I mean, they're all my favorite, but we're going to start with the alien heads, so let's jump in. So here are the pieces. Oh my gosh, this is why it's so important to do this in sunlight. They are upside down, mind you. We bought these on our very first day. This is all from the same vendor, so I'm going to show you piece by piece, and then I'll put the pricing on the screen for each piece. I didn't letter these because there's really only one of each based on the size. Let's start with the butterfly. So we only got one butterfly, and I love this one because it had super tight banding, and it also has a black in it, which is kind of rare in Obsidian. So here is that one absolutely stunning butterfly. Really beautiful banding on this one. And then we got two double hearts, I should say. This one, again, I loved how packed the banding is, and I love the black in here. So cool, so unique. Rainbow Obsidian is honestly some of my favorite, and if I didn't mention, all these pieces are from Mexico. They're a family-owned business. They're all mined, cut, and polished by the same family. So really special pieces. And then this piece I absolutely love. This is a silver sheen heart, and it has the most gorgeous stardust effect. Super pretty. Absolutely love this one. Really amazing, incredible flash. And then we'll get into the alien heads. Most of these are the same price, except the two larger ones are a different price. So here is alien head number one. Look at that flash. This is a gorgeous silver sheen flash. Again, these are all hand carved, cut, and polished by the same family in Mexico. Gorgeous pieces. I tried to get one of each material. So next we have this gorgeous rainbow obsidian. This one has a really fun yellow, green, red flash. Super gorgeous. Trying to really get that flash to show for you guys. Stunning, stunning, stunning. And then next is this one. This is a spiderweb obsidian. We only got one of each of these. This one was my favorite. And this one is a little bit larger than the other two. Then the gold sheen is the last one in the same pricing family. So all those four alien heads will be the same price. So gorgeous. I love how flashy these are. And then these are the two most expensive ones, but they're still very affordable for what they are. This incredible silver sheen. Absolutely love this one. So blindingly flashy. And it also has that same stardust effect. Super beautiful. The last one is this one. It is so incredible. Gorgeous purple, orange, beautiful green. This one is so stunning. Love, love, love these. And I'll have to see if the vendor can send them outside of the show. This is my first time working with this vendor. I think I was just in love with these pieces. So that is our very first set of obsidian. And next we will move on to the next obsidian vendor, which is our Stardust obsidian vendor. Okay, here is our Stardust obsidian vendor. So they own exclusive rights to the Stardust Obsidian mine. So I always love to stop by their booth. But we've got a couple of things here. We got some spheres, some towers, one big heart, some eggs, some palm stones, some medallions, raw platinum obsidian, and then some imperial jasper, which is obviously not obsidian. But let's start with the Stardust obsidian. So we've got a bunch of these mini adorable towers, and I'll be putting the price down at the bottom. These will all be the same price. So we have N, they all pretty much look the same. R, P, O, and M, and then J. So I'll show them all together. Here are all these Stardust obsidian towers, and these will all be pick your own, and they'll all be the same price. Next we have one large heart. I only got one big puffy heart, so that will be option K. So beautiful. A lot of the other ones had air bubbles, so this was the only one I ended up picking just because it looked the best. Then we'll have two of the eggs. So we have option Z and option Y. They're about the same size. And then we'll have 4 spheres, option D. And these are all about the same size too, and they'll all be the same price. Same with the eggs. Those will all be the same price. There's only 2 of them. Option A, option C, and option B. So those are the 4 together. These are the Spider-Man, oh my gosh, spiderweb obsidian. So we have option A. These are half polished, half raw. They have a really fun look, and these will all be the same price, but pick your own. Then we have option B. These look so cool. I just love how funky they are. And then we have option C. And then we have some mini palm stones and medallions. We only have 3 of each, I think, or 4 of each. So these will be intuitively chosen. So here are the mini palm stones, and here are the mini medallions. So they'll both, I believe they'll both be the same price. They'll just be a listing for palm stones and a listing for medallions. And again, we only have 4 of each. And then from this vendor, we have some imperial jasper, and these will be pick your own. Just because they are a little bit more expensive, they are a little bit more rare, and they all look a little bit the same, different, not the same. So this is the first one. It has a blue green hue. This one is option S, and these are all like pretty much tumble size. Here is the next one, purple and red. This is option U. Here's option R. Some of these do have little imperfections, little chips, especially this one. So this one will probably be discounted just because it's smaller and has a little bit of damage. Still a beautiful olive green and pink and rust color. I still think this one's really cool. Then we have this funny shaped one. Beautiful pastel colors. So we've got pink, rust, and baby blue with a green outline. This one is option Q. And I'll put the price at the bottom here so you guys can prepare. Then we have option Y, and there's the back. Then we have option X, beautiful red and green, with a little bit of beige. Then we have option Z with the army green, red, and baby blue. Ooh, this side is pretty fun. This one's option Z. And then we have this one, the most colorful one, with olive green and mint green and pink and blue and a lot of depth in the patterning. This one's maybe one of my favorites. This is option W. Okay, that is all for the second obsidian vendor. And now we are gonna look at the third obsidian vendor. So we bought the most from this vendor. So let's jump in. First up, we have the platinum obsidian tumbles. All of the tumbles will be the same price, so the price will be listed down below on the screen for every tumble, and they will all be intuitively chosen by me, and they were all handpicked by me, so they're all beautiful. You can't go wrong. I know some people do leave requests, but we won't be able to accommodate those because things sell so quickly. So you can always add it, and if we can accommodate it, we will, but most of the time we aren't, especially with gem show purchases. So starting off, we have the platinum obsidian tumbles, limited quantity of all of these. Then we have velvet obsidian tumbles. These are completely mined out, so everything available is old stock, so we really don't have much of them available. So these will also be intuitively chosen. They're all beautiful though. Next we have the regular rainbow obsidian tumbles. Again, these are all gorgeous. Some of these do have a little bit of velvet look to them, but I separated them out by true velvet, and then if they leaned more of the rainbow obsidian, then I put them in this category, where this one has a little bit of velvet. So the velvet is basically the texture of the rainbow obsidian versus like super sharp lines like this one right here. So these will all be intuitively chosen, all the same price as the other tumbles. Next we have the spiderweb obsidian, and then we also have the gold sheen obsidian. These are the highest quality gold sheen obsidian tumbles. And then we also have silver sheen for the other tumbles. Next up we are going to have some pick your own. So we'll start with these. These are little free forms. They're technically cabs, but they don't have a hole in them. They do have the flat back. So I'm actually gonna show these one by one. Here is the first one. They all have super good flash. This one is option B. Then we have option F. Then we have option C. Then we have option G. And these will all be the same price. Option A. Then we have option D, which is actually a velvet obsidian. Trying to get the flash to show pretty good here. Then we have option E, which is the rainbow. So that's all we have for those. Then we have some rainbow obsidian hearts. These will all be the same price, all listed individually. Here's the first one, option M. Just want to show both sides. Everything sticks to these. Option M. This one's actually more of a velvet. Option J. Here's the next one with the blue, green, and yellow. Option N. This one has beautiful purple and orange. Option K. Ooh. And these show best in sunlight or under a flashlight. So if they're not flashing for you in indoor lighting, that will be why. This is option O. Yellow, purple, and blue. Ooh, and a different color flash on the back, more of a pink purple. Then we have this one, option H, very multicolored, and also purple on the back. Next is this one, option L. Beautiful. And I'm sorry if my hands are dirty, you guys. I've been on my hands and knees opening this palette. And last but not least, we have this purple one with green on the back, option I. Okay, and next, these do not have letters because they are very expensive. These are the AAA grade. I do not know if I'm gonna list these yet. They are all over $100 each, but I'm gonna show you because they're fun. The reason I might not list them is because I might keep them unless someone's very interested, but they might be listed. So these are AAA grade. These are the best quality obsidian on the market. So they're in a separate section in my vendor's booth. They are a separate price point. They are a separate quality. They're like the elite. And I am getting a little bit of a reflection here, but this one has a really fun pink, orange, purple tiger stripe look. Next, for the AAA grade, we have a velvet. Beautiful, beautiful quality. This almost looks like it's alive. And these colors are more rare. The hot pinks, that's what's so beautiful about these. I tease this one on my Instagram story because it is a velvet. It is AAA grade. Super, 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 super gorgeous. This is the one I'm debating keeping. And then last but not least, we have this beauty. This is another velvet. You can see how rich the color is. We've got fuchsia, we've got orange, we've got purple, we've got blue, we've got yellow. And then on the back side, we've got green and pink and orange and blue and purple. These are very, very, very colorful. So those are the AAA grade babies together. Absolutely stunning. Okay, and next I'm going to show the palm stones, or the pebbles as my vendor calls them. Those will all be individually listed, 2 different price points, and I'll list the price points at the bottom. Okay, so these are the last of the palm stones, pebbles. We've got large and we've got medium. The medium will be one price and the large will be another price, regardless of material. They are all lettered out, so let's jump in. First up, we have mahogany obsidian. These are quite large, just for size reference. These are about 3 inches, so pretty big. And these are all also from Mexico. This is option F. Then we have option E. Then we have option G. I haven't ever sold these from this vendor before, so I'm curious to see what you guys think. We only have 3. Then in terms of the other 3 large, we have silver sheen, option J, silver sheen, option I. Very flashy. This is a spiderweb obsidian in the larger. And then these all fall under the medium size range. So I'm just gonna show all of them. We have a gold sheen pebble. This one is option X. Gorgeous flash. The next gold sheen is option Y. Then for silver sheen, we have option C. All of this like stardust look. So pretty. Here's another gold sheen, option Z. This one's got some striping. Cool thing happening in the light there. Another silver sheen. This is option A. Then another silver sheen, option B. That one's got a really fun pattern. And then we're gonna get into our more funky ones. Option 8 on the striped platinum obsidian. Option S for the striped platinum. Option T for the striped platinum. And option U. And then option V. This is almost a mix-up spiderweb and platinum. Pretty funky. I didn't get any spiderweb in the pebbles. I don't think he had a ton of it. Then we have a velvet obsidian option P. This one is very gorgeous. This one is almost as high grade as the others in the fancy collection. Then we have another velvet option Q. Even this one is, the color is not quite as good as those premium ones, AAA grade. Then we have option R here. These little white spots are air bubbles. They are completely natural, and the vendor was saying you can't really polish them out because they'll get bigger. So they just leave them on the material, but that's what that is. These are volcanic glass. And then last but not least, we have our only rainbow obsidian. This one has a really tight flash with the striping, a very nice flash. So those are all the pieces from all 3 obsidian vendors. I really had so much fun shopping all of the obsidian, some of my absolute favorite material. So if you are still around, these will be launching on my website only at coldbrewcrystals.com. We will send out an email when they launch. So if you don't want to miss the launch, make sure to sign up for our email list on our website. It's free. And you can also follow along on Instagram or TikTok for any behind the scenes videos or any updates outside of the Denver launch. We will have many Denver unboxings, so stay tuned for those. We will just release them as we can. And then in my studio vlog, I'm also filming behind the scenes of actually opening the palette. So these will all be coming out at the same time, the videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe down below. And I will see you on the next Denver unboxing. Love y'all. Bye. Hey, question for you. Have you been thinking about starting a crystal business, don't know where to start, or feel a lack of community? Well, guess what, you guys? I have a Patreon that has access to a private community and Discord server for just $18 a month. You can learn from other businesses, make friends, learn along with me, and topics include pricing, shipping, Shopify, Etsy, and so much more. So head over and join us on Patreon for just $18 a month. Everything is linked in my bio.